We go, our fourth map.
Oh, like we said, championship points for the international side, mousesports. It will be then with the CT side at start as well. 2 flashbangs, Sunny with a defuse kit, and in terms of the T-buy, there will be 2 smokes available, and indeed a few flashbangs as well. Most teams go towards the A side, smoking towards the T-steps, towards jungle as well. Flashbangs will go over and execute out of the palace area. When those flashbangs get deployed, that's exactly what it looks like Liquid will be deploying here, and it's going to be Rops to defend with that silent USP.
Let's see what you've got, Rops. Absolutely nothing. Liege is a tank, a robot. Straight out, 2 bullets, and good night. Rops has got Sunny to try and trade for him, albeit late. He is flashing CT, and they expect it. Wow, Liquid look perfect. They've got in, all the map is theirs. Nitro's chilling, is going to get caught by Sticko from behind, but this round feels like it's all said and done. They're in CT now, the bomb is planted for them. There is no smoke to guise the defuse. So Chris J is going to have to try and do something absurd. He has caught the first. 2 left, and they're just going to be like, see you later, alligator.
We know where you are.
Even though you haven't got a kit. And he's off.
He'll just save his armor at this point. He might as well. They'll be forced buying presumably into the next round. Might as well save his armor. And he hasn't got an upgraded pistol, but I mean things will be a little bit cheaper for him. That's a nice shot to take down JDM as well. But Liquid with a pretty standard pistol approach there. 3 players towards the palace, and Elise hitting that tremendous shot towards CD Spawn. Rops didn't see what he thought same happened to him.
You said it, right? You said this is on Rops. It's on to Rops with the USP, and Elise just completely nullifies that point.
Yeah, with the Glock as well, that range.
It shouldn't happen. It doesn't happen. That's that's kind of USP territory, but Elise, very, very effective with whatever weapon you put in his hands. And now we do go into that second round. It is going to be a force buy coming in from mousesports. That second round CT force. Oscar, of course, negating the Kevlar in order to get that orb into the fourth.
Well, these second round force buys have been a problem for both of these sides, I have to say.
True.
Today, at one point, was the world's very best scout user. That was a long time ago. I'm stretching it a bit. That was about 3 years ago. But
it was a thing, and it probably still is. I mean, you don't just because you can't jump with it, you don't lose your proficiency with it.
It was probably him and MBK that
oh god, yeah,
really were
NBK and Mirage be apps.
Exactly.
I remember the days.
But for now, we go into a B-short attack from Liquid here, and Sunny lying in wait. He's only got the deagle to work with, but sometimes that's enough.
They have to come to him. On the second round, especially on Mirage, you can sometimes be gifted somewhat of a delayed push. You kind of get one, then the second comes. You've had enough time to adjust, reposition. There's the warning. Chris is going to get information, and he's still alive. Now Sunny prepares himself. As Chris J does fall, that could be the start of the end, and it will be a Liege. His name just keeps filling the kill feed. Doesn't matter what map we're on, Nitro fills in as well. Rops is left on A. The bomb will be planted on B, and Liquid have control. And a single player lost. They've taken some little bit of a beating from these pistols, but no complaints. Just going to be getting out of that one, keeping his weapon and his Kevlar. If he's allowed to. Someone is hunting through T-spawn. Who is that? It's actually a Liege. He just wants a third. He's got an AK. That would be foolish. Yeah, he's going to hit the brakes.
Really nice approach there from Liquid. That's how it should be done. That's something mousesports has struggled throughout this tournament, how to win these sort of rounds. When you have got the advantage, you've got the weaponry, the utility, get some mid-control, slow things down. What are you up against? Where's the scout going to be playing? Smoke off towards connector, towards the window as well. Get up towards shore, boost someone up. Have players in towards palace as well. Get intel as to where the first is, go in together and stop any refrag potential. Really solid stuff there from Liquid. They're going to get to the clean 2-0 now. No force by victories here at all. Rops might get 1 kill, goes under 6 HP, but that's enough. Liquid will just give in, allow him to survive with the 5-7. It's not a huge deal. His teammates can't really exactly force buy with him. They'll be on a full eco here. And presumably this will be the clean 3-0 for Liquid now. Try and farm some cash for his own UMPs in first and allow the AKs to then hold towards B storage and towards the A ramp. And then the UMPs try and do some work.
No real strategical flair needed for a round like this, Henry?
Not really. It's one of the rounds where I normally say it's not really worth analysing that much, because as long as you go somewhere as a 5-man unit against the default pistols, as long as you don't rush, you're fine. And you can see they haven't rushed B. That's where mousesports are stacked. That's why you don't want to rush against pistols, because you don't know what kind of stack's going through. Just slow things down, drop some Molotovs in. As long as you're going as a 5 like they are right now, this is fine. Deploy some utility and just go slowly.
Mousesports, they put their gamble. It was a 50-50. This time, no dice. You're going to be seeing that bomb go down the round, go the way of Liquid. I guess the CTs are just going to be sitting there wondering, what can you do now? A USP train. Charging back towards A. But yeah, look, a single bullet fired and the round's pretty much over. In fact, like, I would go so far as to say the round is over. Go, trying to shut me up. As is Rops, as is Chris J. Unfortunately, Elige saves the day. Spray does connect onto 3.
How did that go down?
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be wondering the same.
Well, it cost them a lot of money, that team. Like, they get the 3-0 on the board, but mousesports certainly making it expensive.
That works. Yeah, no complaints.
And Robs, he'll stay alive once again. $2,500, has the UMP in hand. That'll be absolutely fine. Oscar certainly by the AWP. The UMP is certainly viable with the next round as well, so that's absolutely fine. And it will be Liquid. Bank count's still very strong, but not as swelled as it should be.
No, and Liquid, just thanking their lucky stars, they have Elige on their team. 8 frags.
Yeah,
8
no
for
deaths.
0. And that Spray, had he just fluffed his lines a little bit, panicked, repositioned, whatever it was, gets caught out by one of the USPs or the 5-7, suddenly that's not an easy round. You can see what Sticker was doing. That was a nice shot. Neat Nitro actually complimented him for it. Double dink against that helmet.
Well, it was the T side that have been a little bit frustrating in the previous map for Liquid, but this is a great start. The force buy for the CTs, that's pretty negated, you know. They've had some decent success in the second and third round, so they get the AWP out, they get the M4s as well. Rops, that saved UMP, that's fine. He goes close towards the A ramp here, trying to work out if there's any sort of frag available to him. Going to be the case for now, as we enter a strong default for the Liquid side. Mid control coming in, Aegean Nitro holding behind the mid boxes. It's going to be Twist and JDM. The AWP towards the underpass, and Stanislaw holding the A ramp. That suggests to me an A split of some sort. Maybe just hold up and allow JDM to be boosted it towards short, see if there's any aggro. I do like this boost a lot. Doesn't find anything just yet, but bomb's still down top of the middle. And Stanislaw joining them in mid. So what's the reaction of mousesports? They are pushing towards the B apartments. Chris J and Sunny dissecting the map, Alex, and seeing whether they can at least get a frag or a decent crossfire set up.
Yeah, stands in a position to try and stop them, though. He has teammates. The scoping from JDM will give them some sort of audio cue. Chris, perfect positioning for the first. It's the second that's hard, though, and Sunny's not there to trade for him. It's all on Chris now, all resting on his shoulders. That B site is safe. Double kill from the Dutchie. And everything's going to grind to a halt unless, well, Elige finds his 9th, 9 for 0 now, and Oscar on the rotates gets cut off. Twist is there to hamstring the retake. Finds it, and now this is so tough. Such a tough fight for Sticko. Unless you can do that little double jump to speed up your route through, or unless Twist does that, feeds him an opportunity. Tag, no frag.
I think they're saving now.
Yeah, that's enough. Oscar dying was kind of the end of the round. Twist's positioning was absolutely perfect. As the bomb goes down, you kind of assume you'd have a little bit of room to maneuver into jungle, but Twist takes that away from them. And Liquid do weather the storm with the first buy round.
Absolutely. Looking much better here on the T side of Mirage as to what they did on Train. It's mousesports that can't really find much here. Chris J with 2 frags. That's the only player really having any sort of significant impact here. And the AWP of Oscar not really doing much until you can see that's on the floor in front of Twist. Probably doesn't want to pick that up, Alex. Double AWPs on the T side of Mirage. Not really a thing. Some teams trying to make it so, but I'm certainly not a fan. Twist even wants to keep the UMP instead of picking up that AWP. So
that's a statement in itself.
Yeah. And it will be 4-0. But knowing he's up against the weaker buy next round, I'm sure that's probably a wise decision. But Robs, like we said, he had managed to stay alive a couple of rounds, so he can drop an AWP over. I think that obviously goes towards the hands of Oscar, who I'm going to say has been underwhelming perhaps in this final so far.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, especially when we know exactly what he is capable of. Elige's has been completely dominating. In fact, he has the same amount of kills as the entirety of mousesports combined. So far here in Mirage, admittedly, 4-0 for Liquid. They did win that pistol and converted it. But for now, you can see this is going to be an attempt at some mid-aggression from the CTs.
Not so much mid-aggression. This is like just having mid-presence. So you can see Sunny, he's watching towards underpass, and then Sticko holding top middle. So they're not really challenging for the frags right now. They're hoping the T's walk into them. It's a crossfire that could fall apart. If Sticko doesn't hit the first shot and someone comes towards him, it's going to be Sunny that probably goes down as well. Rob's backing up towards the underpass, and that flashbang could cause disaster. And that's what I'm talking about. It's going to be Rob from the 180 though, but it's starting to go horribly wrong here, and that's what I'm talking about. It's not so much them trying to actively hunt for that first kill. They're just trying to surprise the T's by having those sort of positions which one flashbang can shut down.
Yeah, one flashbang that really costs Liquid nothing. No skin off their teeth, and they've got the round in the bag. Fortunately, JDM is so damn good. here in this round with that AWP. He's managed to catch everything. 3 frags from him.
Looked a little bit too easy towards the end there, didn't it? One flash, and that's all it took. Even those open positions, you can't dodge those, really. Someone's going to get completely wrecked by it. Flashbang comes over the top. Liquid, nice slow default at the start. And as soon as that first kill comes down, you're in a nightmare then. How do you hold off so many Ts coming towards you? They get 1 kill in return, but that's all they get. And it will be 5-0 in favor of Team Liquid.
Liquid looks kind of similar, quite reminiscent of that Inferno T side. You know, it's the same kind of thing from them. Looks very, very hard to topple.
Much better than
we forget about Train. Yeah, forget about Train because they're finding T rounds now. Tactical timeout called by Mouse. This is time to just kind of get your heads around what is going wrong. I mean, any insight, Henry, that kind of what words would be exchanged in this?
Right now for mousesports, they're going to be looking to the next round, and maybe it's time to bring out the double AWP setup. I think that's going to be the first protocol for me. Are they buying this? Hello?
Sunny, maybe a little bit quick.
Why has Sunny got an M4?
Press the button.
He takes himself down to $500. He gets 34 on top, so he'll be at like $3,900 next round, but still, that's a really weird decision. It's not like he's playing completely lights out to justify the try now. He only gets body armor. There'll be enough money for a FAMAS next round, but you can see he does limit himself quite significantly now.
But you can do the 4-1 split. Put the rifle on B, the rest of your resources on A, and you just hope Sonny has a round, should they come B.
He's going to need one.
Does feel a little discombobulated. We've seen SK do something like this.
He's trying to funnel them towards the A side as well. He's actually showing presence. We just heard him rattle off M4 shots towards B. Just to say, well, we are on Eco, there's an M4 here, so maybe you want to consider going to the A side.
Okay. Will one spray through a wall be enough to funnel Liquid, though? They are starting their offensive. There's no way Nitro just walks through the smoke, surely. Oh, Christian, he should have at least one here. He does get it, but twists. Quick to topple both. And another, this time, stand from Palace. Sunny makes the M4. Puts it to good use, but it's only the first. And this is where you realize Oscar scavenged AK. Sunny doesn't have the only one with a Kevlar. He has to get another one here, and he does so. Now a 2v2. mousesports had very little to work with in this round, and it does kind of hinge on Sunny.
2 frags so far, certainly in reach of winning this round. Sunny showing that valued M4 does actually work. It goes towards underpass as well, but it's Ali showing presence towards A. A lovely shot there to take down Oscar as well. Sunny thought about going to the B side there, Alex. That could have been the player that wins in the round, but Ali just enough at the A side. You see Sunny now stuck in a horrible position. He's even dropped off the webcam.
Yeah, he's just like, don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I don't want you to see what's going on right now. Well, it was a nice attempt, the M4, and will be saved, to be fair. So that's absolutely no harm, no foul, I guess. He would have been extremely limited if he goes down, but he saves an AK, which is an upgrade in many ways.
And they took 3 rifles away.
Yeah.
I guess, grand scheme, not the worst round for mousesports, but it is still that 6-0 deficit now. Can totally overcome this. mousesports just need to find their footing, and I can't help but feel that hinges on the man at the bottom of the scoreboard, Oscar. This is CT Mirage. This is where AWPs can just decimate.
That's what we're going to see. We're going to see the double AWP setup next round. Nothing else is working right now. Haven't got established. Bring out the AWPs. Roll them out, boys. Oscar with the first. Come on, Chris. You know you want to.
Henry's trying to coerce them.
There it is.
Hey, he's called it. Double AWPs have been bought for the CTs. You
They
can see now.
I always say, like, with double AWPs come out when things get desperate. When things aren't
Panic
working out for you, your standard default CT setup isn't working. It's expensive to bring this out, but you're 6-0 down. Maximum loss bonus certainly rolling, and he's just taking an eco. Let's give it a go. Let's see if we can maybe shut down the defaults that have been deployed right now.
You're expecting it. It's likely Liquid are too. Chris J could get caught out here. Oh, the flashes are so good from Liquid. He's sometimes hard to appreciate, but the timer does try and make it as clear as possible. Just how many flashes are raining down, just how little vision you're given at the start and even sometimes the end of these rounds when you're playing against Liquid. They're going for something different now, and this, I mean, the one counter to a double AWP setup is a quick execute. Retaking with an AWP isn't fun, and Nitro's already got first blood. This is going to be brutal. Sunny has to do something huge here. He's got 1, 2, and not a third. Nitro will take that triple dream away. Bomb getting punched down as well. Nitro's going to be the one to do so. His job is done now. It's time to see if the CTs can do theirs. They have nades for the retake. Don't make no mistake, but I think that frag onto Rops may be enough to convince them to start to recede. Oscar is still in kitchen. Sticko worried about the flank, and Stan is coming. Now Oscar's gone as well. This is going to be the 7th.
It actually is. There's no
Wow.
chance he wins this one. And Stanislaw adding insult to injury there, sticking up, picking up even a consolation frag. It's going to be the 7-0, and at this point, it's feeling like it's going to be the 4th map going in favor of Liquid. We could see all 5 coming in. It's quite rare to see that in the best of 5.
It really is. I mean, usually you're done by the 4th, if not the 3rd.
And it's going to be the forced buy here from mousesports as well. They did manage to save, well actually they saved nothing. This is just everything they've got left over. 1-all for Oscar, limited with almost no utility, but they know they need to start stepping up now. This is just an absolute mess. Someone needs to, Oscar's like, I'm going underparts with AWP. I'm going to find his first kill. No more messing around. No more Mr. Nice Guy. But no one's there whatsoever, unfortunately for him. They're going towards A, 3 in the Palace, and everything they're doing is just pitch perfect. They're nowhere to be seen on the A side. Surely his AK shot works out. There it is. Nitro takes him down. Sunny with 1. But here we go. Oscar from the underpass. We do have a chance to win this round.
But the nades rain out. This is Liquid's specialty. You just can't get back in. That bomb's going to go down. They'll be in after-plant positions before you can even think about retaking. Look at that. Oscar's just eating another flash. He's forced way back into middle. Nitro's going to catch Chris J in an untradeable 1-versus-1. And again, mousesports, it's the same story as Inferno. They have to sit there and go, are we saving again?
It's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Mousesports, they tried to have the assertive, more dominant play that you think, oh, hold on, Sticko
Okay.
might have something to work with here.
That's a good smoke. He's kind of worked out where that bomb is. He's going to land on it. That's going to get the T's a little nervous. JDM, however. Oh, Sticko.
Here we go.
Is he going to stick it? Just as Sticko does. No, no time. Did have the kit, but he's going to be forced to run away, try and find Oscar's AWP.
Just about survives with the bomb blast going off there. You are generally safe in the connector. Recovers the AWP. But now do they have to force buy again? I think they absolutely have to.
God, this is horrible. These are those games of Counter-Strike where you know your comms are not going to be perfect. It's very hard when you're 8-0 down, you're in a grand finals, and you know you're capable of it. You've got 2 maps under your belt of the 3.
Why does someone drop off so significantly map to map?
I couldn't tell
This
you.
is like, in terms of grand finals, it hasn't been that entertaining, unfortunately, just because one team for one half just does nothing. We had it on the second half of Train. Like, Liquid didn't pick up a single round on their T side, and now we've got Liquid decimating mousesports.
It's a battle of extremes.
Yeah.
You see, yeah, not only one player, but sometimes one team just drops off the face of the planet.
Well, they have found themselves in
Another double AWP. It hasn't worked, but nothing has for
But Oscar's
mousesports.
2 for 8, right? Like, is it time to just to say this AWP just isn't working for me? Like, sometimes you might have to give in. Like, he has to have at least one of those rounds where he's getting 2 or 3 kills just to get himself back in the zone right now. He's just dropped off.
Needs a confidence boost. Needs an injection. Confidence.
It will be Sunny with no nades, Robs with the SMG as we go for another fast round towards middle. Sunny tries to spray through, doesn't really inflict any sort of damage, has to reload now, and it's straight towards connector. Chris J finally hitting an all shot. Now that could be something to work with him.
Ooh, he's going to get pressured. Stan on short, long distance, but it's still enough to pressure him off down to 20. And Sunny's going to greet Stan with a smile and a frag. Bullet to the head. And he winds up dead. Now Twist, JDM, Alige. Left for Liquid. Could this be mousesports round? Alige has only died twice.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts, but this should be the first round. Should be, I say that with bated breath.
Alige has the same amount of deaths as Rops and Oscar have frags.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Welcome to Mirage, welcome to Liquid.
Okay, round number 9, 5-on-3 situation. They head towards B, possibly the perfect place to go.
Goes without saying, mousesports cannot afford to lose this.
It'd be a nightmare. That'd be this game.
That's the game over. Sunny, warning shots. Does connect with the nurse. Starts gets catch to Twist. I can't speak. Now Alige shutting down Sunny. Rops will be securing this round. There's just JDM with that AWP, and yep, that should be it. Mousesports are finally off the starting line. It only took 9 rounds.
Don't count your chickens too early. Hold on.
Sticko's holding that. The molly's a little late. Had he thrown it a little sooner, we would have been good in the hood.
Oh, that could have been a little
Imagine.
bit dicey. Yeah.
We threw that Molotov a second earlier.
Yeah, the defuse came in, obviously the 5-second defuse, but there we go. He does get the first round on the board. JDM certainly had grounds to win that one, I think. Double AWP setup, finally working out. It's Chris JD opening up, but Oscar, Alex, missing 2 more shots there. Like, shots you expect him to hit at this stage of the tournament. The way he's been playing, lights out, like, hey, he just looks like he's a little bit lost right now, and this could be a full reset situation. Mousesports, they still need to convert this one. They have to a victory. They're left with 3 players on $0 right now. 2 of them can buy, they lose this, but they go to a deficit in this round with no one surviving. double eco territory.
Liquid are just looking almost impossible to topple. But let's have a look then. Let's see where these double AWPs are being placed, where they're going to be receiving Liquid, because you can't help but wonder what answer mousesports could have now. Oscar has put himself towards CT spawn. Chris J given the responsibility of B. And the T's have yet to really make any sort of leeway on the map, but they've got an abundance of time to play with. Nitro begins his adventure. As to Liquid. Smokes out middle, then it's going to be one of those late mid takes. 3 players going to be surging forward. Looks like it's going to be ending up on B. At least that's the plan, and that's where Chris J does lie dormant. Sticko is going to be the first line of defense. No, Chris J catches one towards Apps. That's huge. And now pincer movement's going to be shut down. Mouse fill up the kill feed. 4 in quick succession. A JDM close to a spectacular shot as he leaps out of Apps, but no. 2 in a row for Mouse.
That's just what they needed as well. We pointed out that could have been the end of the game. If mousesports give that one up,
yeah, GG.
Could have fallen apart. But it's Sunny finally finding some form as well. Some AWP shots starting to work out for mousesports, and Liquid finally giving a couple of rounds up. And I think this is the timeout now for the North American side. They still have plenty of money. JDM on 13 grand. Nice work from Sunny there from CPL. Getting 2 shots there with the M4A4. The spray down working out very nicely for him. As we enter round number 11, the M4s will come in momentarily. Mousesports something to work with here.
Yeah,
still,
Liquid just call a quick one, you know, just like, okay,
yeah.
let's just think about this. Or maybe even just taking it away from Mouse. A bit of momentum, but, you know, you start boosting momentum after having nothing. Suddenly you get 2 in a row. Now you're forced to sit back and wait an additional, what is it, 30 seconds. 45.
This has been a weird grand final, though.
It hasn't quite had the grandeur attached to it you may expect. 2 teams that have been spectacular. They've toppled giants on their route to this.
Yeah, like SK Gaming. Liquid have done that.
Absolutely they have. And, you know, if you look to their Train T side, you'd have wondered how. But look at JDM. Through the Molotov, it's perfect. Oscar just gets out-gamed, outplayed, and out-aimed. One body hits the deck on B. And then it falls to Sunny then to kind of do what Oscar couldn't.
Well then, JDM running through the flames.
I like that a lot.
And of course he finds Oscar as well. He's trying to change his position up. He's going towards B this time. He's like, okay, I'm set up here. I can hit the shot. I've dropped the Molotov. Oh, no, he's run for round 2 for 9. And he just can't get rolling here at all. 5 on 4 now as the AWP gets recovered by Sunny. He pushes towards short, but everyone's heading towards A. Sunny could actually be the saboteur here. Coming off towards short, 5 shots in the back. If he extends a little bit more, he has a chance to find an easy frag. This comes down to the timings here, and it might not find him anything.
Connector is where his eyes should be drawn, but
yeah, it's just timing. I knew it would be.
Timing is going to be the end of him, the demise of others as well, because Nitro comes surging forward now. What can you do? Sticker trigger discipline isn't going to be rewarded, only the one. And Chris J's left, wondering if he can even save this AWP. I think Liege is going to try and take it away from him. Nice work from Chris. It's quick and it shuts down Liege. But the bomb's down.
Oh, hits him!
He even hit JDM. Oh, solid work from him. Just a little attempt to try and take one more out. A warning shot, if you will. And he's back to the area where which Oscar met his 9th death. JDM started this round, and his teammates, Nitro in particular, do finish it. Just surging up the stairs. And that one line of defense left on A got shut down. Sticko left to try and hold everything, and he just gets taken away. And so 9 then. I mean, there have been crazier comebacks, Henry, but I'm starting to feel 5th map vibes already, and it's only round 12.
Well, I'm hoping we do, because this map, it hasn't felt like it's going to be electrifying the audience. I hope we get to the 5th map, and then
it all comes together.
It all comes together. It's a nuke, isn't it? And that's where things get a little bit spicy. Both these teams not fully prepared on that map, and we could see the fireworks start to fly. That is where that's what I'm kind of hoping for right now. You know what? Let's have a 5 map. Let's have a sick way to finish this one off and make it a real test for both of these teams.
I'm into it. Oh, information. JDM quick. He's gonna nearly gets a second. Nitro beats him to it. JDM. This is a full buy round, and already it feels like it's over, mousesports. We still have over 90 seconds on the clock, and 3 bodies have hit the deck. Agonizing for every mousesports fan watching, for every mousesports player in the server as well. Change up. Get that low HP player on the AWP. It'll be Nitro now wielding it. JDM upgrades in one way to the AK-47. And they are just going to go as a pack. Now they know they have the numbers, and they know Sticker would have to do something ridiculous to put the third round on the board here. Here they go. That's one. That's two. I said it had to be ridiculous, and that's not quite enough. Double low. Makes it a 1v2 for Oscar. He's been looking for one way into the round. He's been looking for something. He'd have to double his score in order to bring home the third hit.
In the 12th round.
In the 12th round of play.
Oh, it makes a noise there.
They know it's coming. The flash is good. I don't even know if that was Oscar's flash. Oh, catches Twist on bench. Indeed, he has to sit down now. Oscar. One more to find JDM, and Oscar's back in the serve. He does indeed double his frags in one clutch alone, but he brings home the third.
He still doesn't look too happy about it, but it's enough. The no-scope, that's been his signature move at this event, and it finally comes through. Something to talk about, something to tell the fans. It was JDM that was actually lighting up the scoreboard left, right, and center. He said Sticker had to do something nuts. It was just about enough there. He gave Oscar the alley-oop to at least get a nice no-scope here to get back in the game. 9-3, doubles his score, like 4 for 9 after that ridiculous clutch.
Whew. Okay, that's a little lifeline for mousesports. End this 9-6, I'm interested. If not, Liquid, run away with this. Oscar, let's see if he can get a little bit more aggressive now in window. He's going to just jumping across, but nothing's going to be received just yet. Liquid are rather late to the mid-party this time instead. He's hit quite the standstill. Rops is going to be the one lurking just at the edge of that smoke on ramp. Has that UMP, it works perfectly at that kind of range. It had its range nerf, but perfectly here for holding ramp. Up close and personal.
Well, mousesports holding on by a thread right now. Finding rounds of 2v1 clutches. Starting to get them on the board, though. This will be a finish from Liquid. The smokes come through. Nitro to be bouncing from the palace area. The smokes are good, but Rops, can he do anything about this? He's also been quiet on this map.
He notices one palace, but he chooses not to face because he wants that frag. Takes a liege. That is going to be the bomb now loose on A side. All the information in the world, but can they get the frags as well? Suddenly does catch Stanislaw. Now with the bomb going down, does Oscar choose to face? He knows it's going to be a multitude of people to find, and I think he's going to connect just yet. Oh, it's the no-scope. Chris J finishes what Oscar starts with no scope necessary, but a perfect transfer from Twist. Maybe even a third here. No, Oscar's having none of it. JDM's going to dunk, or get dunked by Chris J in the process. And we have a fourth for mousesports. That lifeline provided by Oscar is going to be seized.
With the no scopes through the ticket booth.
He's almost got more frags with no scopes than he has with anything else.
Yeah, that's kind of sick. Well, they do manage to hold on. It's looking very good for Team Liquid there. I thought it was enough with the kills toward the steps position. And here it is. That was the one I thought. I thought
the third was coming in, yeah.
It wasn't quite meant to be. Bomb does go down, but Liquid now taking an eco. Mousesports starting to arrive for a Mirage. It might not be done just yet. We have seen very poor T-sides from Liquid as well. They can get the 9-6. I still think it's anyone's game, Alex. It has been the very one-sided affair. They were 9-2 down, but now Mousesports starting to show as they can step up here. It's not too late.
It's one of my secret favourite movies, that, Step Up.
Don't know what that is.
Channing Tatum. He's a street boy with 6 street moves.
Oh, is that dancing one?
Forced to clean up ballet studio. I love that movie. Stan's got good moves as well. Takes down Sunny, and the bomb's going down. This is quite the freebie, really. A bit dangerous. I think it's the perfect word to be using here, Henry, because now they're locked out in kitchen, and it looks like Stan is cooking up something spicy. What is going on? 3 versus 3, Stan comes back, Stan, the man, he's going to get another. Elige comes from behind, and mousesports' dreams are dashed with just pistols. They scavenge everything, they take 2 AWPs out of that as well, Henry. The bomb goes down, and Liquid, they are just laughing straight to the bank and straight to potential 5th map.
I think he might be right there. It's quite a basic V approach there. They get the equal trade to kick things off, some position on the bomb side. But Oscar, he hits a couple of frags. You think that's it? It's done. But then the CZ comes through, and this flashbang play. And if Krishay has anything but the AWP,
he was flashed
they probably
as well.
win it. And now he comes in. The pincer comes through from the kitchen in the back area as well. And it all falls apart, and there's no money left on the mousesports side. Famises, the Eagles, CZs and 5-7s. It's not looking good, let me tell you that. as we enter the final round of the first half of the fourth map. And Stanislaw, knowing that Sticko's here, surely he doesn't go down here, finds the kill. And potentially the half as well, the double kill comes through.
You know, everyone regarded him as just that kind of the in-game leading presence, and that's what he would provide to a team, and admittedly, it didn't work. He put Stan in the leadership role, and, well, look how little Liquid managed to get going.
It's a much more basic approach with Nitro at the helm, but the fact he's getting so much more out of Stan seems it's worth it, right? Like,
I mean, Nitro can still frag and lead, it seems,
yeah.
or at least to an extent.
Well, he's not the player he used to be, and now maybe this is how he brings himself to be more of an asset.
Sure. I mean, and to make no mistake, Stan is still providing insight. I think we saw.
Sure.
We heard
he's not like a mute now.
He's not a mute.
He'll still be chiming in with like what he thinks they should be doing, and they'll be tag teaming that, and obviously got Zeus helping them out as well. It's not like Nitro's just there by himself with no backup whatsoever.
Exactly.
No, Stan will definitely be chiming in and giving his opinions, but the final call.
It's not a dictatorship. It's more of a democracy.
Yep.
Another one. This time it's going to be Stan finding Sunny. 3 frags in this round. Finally, he's going to get shut up, but the body of the round is over. Talking of Nitro, he's going to be the one to finish the first half here in our 4th map of our grand final. Mirage is looking oh so good for the North Americans, and as we do keep repeating, this has just been such a back and forth, tit for tat. One team forgets how to play Counter-Strike, then the other does. And Liquid, take nothing away from them. Though Mouse have looked flimsy. Part of the parcel, part of the reason why mousesports have looked so weak and so kind of, well, poor, is because Liquid have had the necessary structure. They've had some perfect takes, albeit simple, but they've looked great. And we're going into that second half now, wondering, I mean, it all kind of hinges on the pistol for mousesports.
It certainly does. Most teams do the same execute we saw from Liquid in the first half. They smoke towards the steps, the jungle, flash over. I've only seen one smoke so far. That suggests maybe something towards B, or even just this one smoke towards the CT spawn area flashing over. Many different options available to them. As we get into it.
Okay, they're on the T side. They have to make the play. They're the ones that take the pace. They control this game now.
Well, they do have that one smoke. They do head towards the B apartments.
Where's that going? Chris J. Does release it. It's going to be bouncing off the wall from B apps. Where did that land? Oh, it's a failed smoke.
Off the map. He didn't actually land anywhere.
Still, mousesports have a chance. The Sticker's going to extend it. Nitro down in kitchen. CT's on the retake. Twisters recover the kit. That's actually
Julie's
makes the round possible. Julie's. My God, I wasn't necessarily ready for that. Stan. Looks like Sticker wasn't either. Nor was Sunny.
Oh.
Stanislaw. He could have caught Oscar. The Glock is too good. 3 for Oscar in the round. 4. Make no mistake. He finds himself on 10. Levels things up. It's almost quite reminiscent of Sunny on train.
Yeah, right.
Suddenly has a sterling performance. On that second half, he gets a good 3K or 4K in the pistol. And then, maybe, just maybe, he does what Sunny did, which was just take over the game in the second half.
They wanted to smoke towards short, though. We followed the smoke on the Observer PC, right? And we saw it actually landed on the skybox of the map. It was supposed to go towards short for any aggressive CTs couldn't retake from that area. They go towards B. Luckily, there's no CD presence there, so it didn't really matter. But it will be mousesports picking up a much-needed pistol, and there won't be a force buy here. This is good news, actually, but some frags coming through. They didn't force buy with this huge lead, Alex. I've been discussing this with you all week.
Yeah.
And this is the correct move to make. Don't buy anything in the second round. You don't need to force buy just because everyone else does it in the second round. If you have this sort of lead, you've lost a pistol, just take an eco. Then you can get all your nades, your fuse kits and AWPs. And funny enough, if you're the better team right now, you can probably close it out and feel better off than you completely sabotage your own money.
I quite like this as well. Notice that JDM did buy himself a 5-7, then drops it straight to Stanislaw. Just wants to give his buddy a helping hand. Let him build up the bank for that AWP. Okay. These are the rounds that I get nervous. There is nothing, absolutely nothing currently in the server that suggests Liquid should win this round. But they have done it, as have Mouse over the course of this grand final. Stanislaw on your screens, he's going to be the one. He knows they're coming towards B. Sunny making plenty of noise and goes wide, just the one. Chris J.
You could feel it coming, couldn't you?
A sigh of relief for the mousesports side. They shut down what was their first and almost only defense on B. It's going to be just Nitro unarmored, and Under positioned. It's going to be that another one for Sunny with that Mac 10, and he's just making bank now, filling up the mousesports bank accounts. JDM's left to his own devices, and this will be the 7th for mousesports. Now, getting the first 3 off the pistol is just step 1 of what would be quite the whirlwind comeback in the grand final. A team that no one really expected anything of coming into Mykonos. You thought, you know, okay, sure, you know, take Heroic, maybe Big, you know, these names. That's where the fights will occur for mousesports. But they find themselves in the grand finals. They're against a team that's taken down SK. They've done fantastic stuff themselves. Gambit, of course, was their real, you know, monkey on their back. They beat them.
Wow.
And they're out of there. That will be 7.
T-side of mousesports looking much better here, but this is where things get interesting now, Alex. 11-7. 3-0 comes through, but no force buy, meaning they get a nice healthy buy here. Here's a replay of Sunny. Just having some fun with the Mac 10 there. Nothing really to report. Or presumably coming up for JDM. That's it. Yeah, swapping things over. I was going to say that was the back and forth, but it's juggling weapons and spawn. 16 kills for him, just to keep track of that. Twist has had a quiet game on 8 kills. Oscar still
It's not too late for Twist.
Yeah, Rob's very quiet. Oscar actually is right, back on 11 frags. He has had a much better second half, but I want to see him do more with the orb.
See how mousesports approach this one then. Sunny's aggressive through short. He hasn't stopped running despite being flashed. Gonna get himself up on that wall. Something we see Phelps from SK do oh so well, but it's all because of his teammates that it works. Don't forget that. mousesports have to support Sunny now. And he's gonna be exposed and catch a Liege. That's lovely. 4 versus 3 then. And nearly another. Ooh, Stan. Just a scrap of HP left, but he has got all of his weapons. Upgrades to an AK, but he's also got all that utility. A Molotov, a smoke, a flash. Can be using one of them. And so 3 versus 3 then. Let's have a little look where that bomb's going to be going. The majority of the Ts are going to be working their way towards short. This feels like a B take. Nitro would be there to receive them. Flashes over towards A. That's going to keep them covered from short. Chris goes in, and he does knock Nitro down. B wide open. That bomb's going to be coming in the hands of Sticko. And they've got 40 seconds to just try and make sure process of elimination, everything is safe, everything is kosher.
3-on-2 situation. There's plenty of time to work with here. Don't have to rush the plant. Trying to bait out Stanislaw here. Molotov deployed. So everything's safe, but they didn't account for the kitchen. Chris J, he gets taken down. Sticko and Oscar now left with no utility up against JDM and Stanislaw. Stan is low, but look how well equipped they are. I've got 2 smokes, incendiaries, and flashbangs to work with here.
They're going to use them. They may even do the double smokes on short. I think that's what they're going for. Yep, that's going to be Oscar completely smoked out. Flashes as well. Oscar's just going to go through it, I imagine. Just a question of timing, and he's not going to quite hit the shot. He did have the timing perfect, though, and now just JDM. They know exactly where he is. The nade, not going to be enough to catch Sticko. And we do see mousesports flying to 8. So, TLDR of where we're at right now. We're going into round 20. mousesports now got the initial gun round as well, so that's the 4.
Similar scenes to train.
It's almost the same. Copy and paste. Just with different halves.
It was 11-4 first half, now they're 4-0 up, closing the gap.
Oh, Lord.
And it's going to be another eco here, 14 Liquid.
It's not possible. There's no way that they do what they did on train here, but this time on T, I don't know. This should be Liquid's map. Should being the operative word. They are just 5 rounds away. Their buy is flimsy. But you know, just a spot of aggression in the right place, there's a bit of information attached to that. And who knows what can happen. They do have Sunny on that Mac 10, and it's going to be his mission just to continue the farming. Build up the comeback bank, if you will. But looking to stop that is Stan. His timing has been spectacular here on Mirage, or rather just in this grand final. It does feel like he's 1v3 right now and manages to knock Chris J out. Before Oscar picks up the pieces.
Well, it's going to be an interesting round with terrorists fending off CTs in their own spawn. JDM's still alive though, can't really do much about this, only got the P250 in hand. Nitro, CZ, he holds off, lies in wait towards the B side of the map, Alex, and he's at the van, definitely caused some chaos here. Kill comes through, can he get a second? certainly not. Rob takes him down up to Aegean now. That CZ seems to be prevalent every single round. Can't get anything done just yet and has to reload. Surely that's going to be him falling apart now as he does go down indeed. JDM coming from the balcony, and he won't be able to do much here whatsoever.
Yeah, he just has to pick his poison. It will be Rops. It takes JDM out of this one. And so, 9-11. What is the score here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep a tally of this one.
Maximum loss bonus now for the Liquid side. So $3,400 per player. They just took an eco. Certainly can buy into this one. JDM picks up the AWP. Stanislaw, of course. He's buying the M4. They've got lots to work with here. Double orb setup can be a thing. Twist can pick it up. Nitro can do it. I would assume it's Nitro.
Is it panic button time now?
Not until, I reckon, the next buy. I think you're okay for now. Twist could bring it out. We'll see what he decides to do. Tactical time out 2 out of 4. Twist yet to buy. No, it hasn't gone for it. I think they're fine for now. Sure, you're 5-0 down, but you've only had, what, 2 gun rounds to work with there.
Yeah.
So
once you get to that kind of level playing field, once mousesports maybe go, you're sitting like 11, 12, suddenly you have a bit of a deficit to overcome. These odds have been flip-flopping, so it's kind of funny just to watch them bounce back and forth.
yeah.
We started this map with a huge mousesports advantage. Now Liquid seem to be changing Betway's mind.
We'll see. They are still a map up as 2-1. This is the 4th map. JDM takes down Robs. It's a nice opening kill there. There will be a commitment coming through, but it might not be enough. Twist, fully blind, manages to take down Sticko in the process. And this is looking a little bit discombobulated from the T side. 1 by 1 they go. But Oscar starting to frag now. Starting to see some signs of life from him. 3-on-2 situation. Oscar coming in, but it's going to be Sunny to do the work here towards a shadow position. They have got the bomb, and it will be planted as Sunny gets flashed in towards CT spawn.
I just realized I got that wrong, didn't I?
Yeah.
Odds are confusing. So it's the higher number is always going to be the team that's being doubted. Just as I say that, Oscar's going to shut Nitro down. So he stands left in a 1v2. And he's probably going to be making this a whole lot easier for himself. Gets it a 1v1. Sunny locked in CT. He does have to defuse, though. He knows that's a pressure on his shoulders. Stan with the tag. Sunny, perfect timing. He knows he's going to try and tickle it again. Try and draw him out from his hidey hole. And mousesports do get 10. Can you tell I'm not a gambling man?
You're not?
I'm not.
Do you remember years ago, me and you did some UK CS event?
With Betway
and I was
shirts
wearing
on.
like a Betway shirt. If I didn't fit at all, it was
That's
5
right.
sizes too big for me. It's like their first event in esports.
I remember that. That was ages ago.
That was like 2014. I think.
That was MC, Comic-Con,
Yeah.
of all places. UK Counter-Strike.
Oh, it's so funny. That was so long ago.
Didn't understand odds then, still don't understand odds now.
We've been representing that company for a long time. But still, it's going to be round number 22. We'll find that picture later. We'll tweet it out. There is a funny one.
The retro
Yeah.
Henry G. Back when he had hair.
Yeah. I'm growing it back, man.
It's coming back. Fresh head of hair. Chris Chase has his hair removed. It's going to be Nitro.
As mousesports would always lose these rounds.
It's not over yet, Henry.
They could go in together like into choke points without just holding the default at the very beginning. That's so frustrating to watch sometimes.
Not over yet. You do need to kind of start grouping up, though. Collaborate their resources and what remains of them. An AWP, an AK, and a MAC-10 walk into a bar. We'll find out if it's a joke in a moment. Looks like Oscar's going to be kind of given the responsibility, trying to draw those players towards his towards ramp. He has got 2 eyes on him at the moment. Twist close. Hasn't revealed that it's an AWP just yet. Sunny now walking out connector, coming from behind as well. This is looking all right. Actually, the trades can come in. It's going to be down to Rops. He knows Elige is babysitting that bomb, trying to keep it safe, and well, that's not going to work out for him. But Stan is once again there to save the day. He has been, I think, in my mind, though he may not always be at the top of the scoreboard, one of the crucial players for Liquid's victory here.
Absolutely.
No doubt in my mind.
Well, that's an eco victory there for Team Liquid, and mousesports just seem to be feeding Liquid, and they have the pistols there, going towards the connector once again, and there will be 2 frags coming in for Liquid, funneling them back towards A through the T-spawn area, and Robs cannot do anything with the 3-on-1 situation. He got 1 kill, but then thinks in the process Elise took him down, and then it's going to be round number 23. Still plenty of money for the T side, of course. Winning this round, though, won't be the full reset. Now need a couple in a row. Lead has been extended by Liquid. And no double orb set up for them just yet, but they have got AKs in hand, meaning you can be a lot more audacious with your angles. You can push towards top middle, go for the one taps, hold Palace, for example. You're not relying on a double dink with the M4. So it's always a confidence boost on the CD side to pick up an AK.
Absolutely. Scavenging has worked out wonderfully for Liquid, and these rounds, these messy rounds, are something that we will never, ever get used to talking about in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, because they just shouldn't happen. Illogical is how they've been described as. mousesports now have to return. See if they can reset Liquid here.
Leash by himself, top middle. Needs to be careful there. Can't find the shot, and he will have smoke to fall back with there, so it should be absolutely fine. Drops the flashbang as well, just to buy himself a little bit more time. Oscar down to 58 points of health. After 10 the overall scoreline, and mousesports now tentatively holding top of middle. So what we, from what I can tell right now, a B-side finish with 3 players in middle, 1 in the B apartments. That's what it looks like they'll be ending up, but they still do have Robs holding A for any fights, so still plenty of options here available.
Let's have a look then. JDM is going to be forced out of his position. It's the smoke of mousesports that will give them just a little bit more control of middle. Majority of their force does lie there. And yet, nothing really towards a bomb site. This is going to be their opportunity. Through connector they go. Sticker with the pre-fire. He's first in. He has the bomb and everything. They're showing their full hand right here. And Twist is having none of it. Slaps them back down into submission. Nice work again. This is just to be one for Alige as they just go back and forth. Tit for tat. Advantage still in favor of Liquid at this point in time. Changed by Chris J. With 28 seconds left, you have to worry if that bomb's even going to go down safely. It does, and now Rops has been given a 1v1. Perfect shutdown of Nitro. He knows exactly where Stan's coming from as well. It's a battle of wits. And it's a battle of crosshair placement, and Rops is perfect. We know that. Double for him. And mousesports are pulled back into the game, pulled back into this map. And of course, that grand final, that trophy is not too far away. A sigh of relief from Sunny. You get to see it there firsthand. This is not going to be a particularly enjoyable experience. The smiles have started to fade from mousesports' faces. It starts to become real. You start realizing you're 5 rounds away from a trophy, a grand final.
And they do manage to, I didn't think it would be this detrimental to Team Liquid. Nitro and Sanasaur still have about 6.5k per player, but 3 of them at the 2k mark. They can't buy into this one. It's mousesports about to tie things up after going 11-4 down. And they're force buying, Alex?
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I just kind of pointed at the screen. And
Chips are down.
Let you notice that bad boy. Yes. A double AWP. A double AWP alongside, what is that? A CZ. Yep, 2 of them. Okay. All right, Liquid. There is no head armor in sight apart from JDM.
This is like make or break now for Liquid.
My God.
The gamble, the double AWP set of the first time they've shown this. It's Nitro, JDM, and 3 pistols. mousesports have been horrendous in some occasions against the anti-force buy. So, this could be a good call from Liquid. It is an AWP-centric map. AWPs can deliver. Against the full execution, though, I'm not so sure. It's going to be a Legion Twist. Holding strong at the air round. Close range, of course, with those upgraded pistols. Both of them with CZs in hand. mousesports is what they had to be doing earlier on. Slow. Bide your time. Work out what you're up against. Get some map control, dissect the map. But Nitro working hard for this frag, holding that pixel, hoping he can get the flick if anyone comes towards the underpass steps or walks past, of course, and towards the B apartments. Oof, that was almost the angle.
Close, but no cigar.
There it is. Spotted him.
Information, communication. Haven't showed these AWPs just yet. Oh, Sunny's going to try and dance with it. There you go. AWP revealed. And now JDM missed his shot. Both AWPs unable to connect just yet for Liquid. This double AWP investment does start to be rewarded, though, because Nitro's caught Sunny. That's the Mac 10 down. No farming from him, but the body of the assault's about to come through, and through the smoke they come straight into Stan's grasp. He's even dinked Oscar. Now he's got himself an upgrade to an AK, and it tags another. Rops down. He hasn't seen a single player apart from the first, and already he's done the majority of the damage. Quick flick from Rops will only render 1. And now all onto Chris J. Liquid, this was a risk. Woof! Chris J. Quite the flick. But does that mean anything in the grand scheme of the rounds? You would assume not. With only 15 seconds left, yes, you have the bomb, but there is just very little hope left. Alige removes all hope. And that will be Liquid's gamble paying off. 13-11. I'm sure a huge relief then. Alige.
Yeah.
Woo!
They can't believe it. It's Nitro to find the opening frag.
Double AWPs,
And you could see,
nothing
like,
else.
Did you see the panic from mousesports there? That one smoke towards short, and then it's like, should we go through? Should we not? Oh, we're getting dinked through it. Okay, let's go one by one. Oh, it's a bit of a mess. And then the Stanislaw gets that first kill with the 5-7. They're trying to get the refrag through, but they're too apprehensive. They don't.
Yeah.
If you're going to go through, you need to go through all together and get that refrag straight away. One of you goes down. You've already lost a player on that side of that. I think you do just have to push through. You've made that commitment at that stage, and that's just showing some kind of growing pains with this mousesports side still. Like, you have to just take a leap of faith sometimes, Ali. You can't just hold back and hope, oh, we're all being dinked up, we'll just hold behind the smoke and hope we can win the round. It's just not going to happen.
Or hope you don't get dinked again.
Yeah, you just need to, like, if one person goes through the smoke, you're all going through.
And mousesports respond in kind.
They will be force buying, and I think like this is Liquid where they run away with this. I say that though with bated breath. We'll see what happens.
It is majority just pistols. Only Sunny been very comfortable on that Mac 10. He chooses to return to it with his additional funds. Well, that nade from JDM could do an awful lot of damage. It does. Lands at the hip of Chris J. Brings him down to 68 before he even gets a chance in the round. Now charging forward. This is quick from them. So many corners to check. They're all out on A. They feel like they've got a little too much control. Suspicious amounts of control, you could say. As now Twist, who's been waiting here on default, is going to do all the necessary work, it seems. 4 versus 1 now as his USP even finds a head. Just Sticko, and, well, it could be a weapon. I say could be because he's fully flashed and manages to get a fresh mag and will get himself the frag. UMP as well.
That's all we'll get.
Yeah,
really.
get out of here. You're out of the round. That's 14 for Liquid. The risk from mousesports, or rather just the force, I guess I should call it.
Well, that's going to be round number 14 picked up, and they did force into it. They only get $900 next round. That's going to be another force situation. What do they do here?
Absolutely nothing. They don't even get to take Sticko's UMP in.
So they can eco this one and hope they get 4 rounds in a row after that. I think
always
that has to be the only option they have. They can't force buy again here. There's just nothing to work with.
You have the cushion of winning train. You can try and take it into overtime. You know you've got that other map to fall back to. Nuke lies in the wings. And so, just when we thought we understood what mousesports were doing, Henry, they go for the force. Mousesports, they're playing to win this right here, right now. They're not interested in the letters O and T. They want this. And they'll do whatever they can to get it.
I guess you're right. The buffer they've got with the extra map. We'll see where they can go all in right now towards B Warhead. Smokes will drop, but it's a good incendiary going through Nitro. That'll buy them some time. Luckily, the execution hasn't been deployed just yet for mousesports. That's a nice smoke, though. And now they have to push through the smoke once again.
They go in. Tension starting to rise, and it looks like Stan will relieve some of it. Double for Team Liquid as they started to push on towards B, and they have continued to do so. Wow, control, Nitro unfazed. He's just going to be holding that angle on towards bench, and Liquid are in such fantastic retakes positions, and Nitro's only going to make things worse. Another JDM, the double AWPs from Liquid are going to be bringing this map home. Rops. He's far from home. Another map, should they concede this one. Does take the first, and I guess that's going to be perhaps the lifeline they need for the next round. He's just going to go for it. Bomb's not down.
You might as well, Alex. They've got nothing to work with in the next round. So, unfortunately, the nice idea from mousesports, the force buy continuously. Hope you can break Liquid. It looks like it's going to be shut down. It's a nice comeback, I have to say. They're 1.71 up on the second half. That's been the problem with this map so far. Indeed, all of the maps in the Grand Final so far is just every map's been so one-sided, and you haven't really had those like super dramatic moments. But right now, it's going to be a 5th map. I'm almost certain of it. And I did say that's when this Grand Final really begins. That's when we get Nuke. And a map both teams can play. We know
They're both going to be uncomfortable, though.
Yeah, but Chris J, that's why he's the main AWP. It's going to be electrifying. But we're not done here just yet. It's going to be CZs, Deagles, a Mac 10, and a Scout. Smokes to be deployed. And the last attempt from mousesports.
One last try. One last attempt of Mirage trying to make a round out of it. They do catch Elige through the smoke, down to 24. Bomb going in, and it will be Twist to shut down, and just the going just keeps getting worse and worse for Mouse. Through the smoke, Twist's blindly spraying and catches the bomb plant. But they do have it down, and they do have a T. Rather misplaced. There we go from Sunny. Takes the head off Twist.
Could this be happening?
Surely not. Sticko, one more bullet will do, and he does deliver. Nitro gone. And Sticko, I think the back turn, not expecting that from Stan. Elige low, and Stanislaw just taking this round away from them, one frag at a time. Sunny, though, has to go 1v1.
4 DTs. Oh, not going for it. Taps it.
This should be Sunny's, and it will be. Solo, no hope, and their last-ditch attempt. mousesports, they're on the ropes, but they managed to land somewhat of a left hook.
Just about, Alex. 3 rounds in a row now required. 25 kills for Sunny. He started off with a horrible campaign.
Stinker.
Yeah, but now he's getting into it. Number 28, 3 in a row, and it's going to be another eco for Liquid. They have to. They can afford the taste on the chin. They've got a better 3 rounds. And we know mousesports like to give these rounds away for free sometimes, so hopefully we do see them go a little bit deep here. We are going to go the full distance, it seems.
This is where you have to stick together, and I'm sure mousesports know that too. Words exchange, Chris J. Bullets exchange, takes down Stan.
Remember as well, mousesports were down 11-4 at half. They've done a tremendous job to actually get back in this game, you know?
It's true. They managed to have such a sterling start to the second half. On the T side, no less, of Mirage, JDM goes aggressive. He wants to try and take that weapon, try and take the round. Instead, he's only going to make it easier. mousesports now should have this one in the bag. 3 CTs do remain. Sunny's in a prime position to catch them on the rotate, though.
Yeah, he's in the zone now, isn't he? He's got the Kevlar on, got the underwear, rocking the bottom left as well.
They haven't checked twists, though. If he just calls this clear, if that bomb starts going down, Nitro dead. Surely they'll be checking that corner with a nade or something. Yeah, they are well aware. It hasn't been checked. You can see the spray is going to be coming in. Mouse. Oh,
God.
Chris is looking at it. He's nading it. No, he's not.
He could just stay here. If he had a kit,
no kit.
It could have been the sickest defuse of all time.
Has to hit the headshot. Takes Chris J out of the running, but they're just keep staring at him. If he had a kit, it could have been something quite special. A kit and a smoke. Imagine it. You can just see it now. What a way to pick up a map, but no. Not to be.
2 rounds to go. mousesports chasing here for overtime. And indeed, the championship here at ESG Tour Mykonos.
The very first. A maiden voyage here.
Where do you think the tour goes next? How can you beat this?
They're going to have to, they want it to be special. They want it to be somewhere unique. And I'm sure there's plenty of opportunities. Oh, mate, I want to be like a top of a mountain. So let's do it. Let's do an alpine CS event. I'll bring my skis.
Sheffield. That's so
yeah,
lovely. This
sounds great, mate. Sounds absolutely fantastic.
Well, another buy available for Liquid. And apparently not for long. Sunny is actually, I think, a massive rampage in the second half here. 5-on-4. Sunny doing what he can. Takes down Stanislaw, one of the main protagonists for Team Liquid. He's been finding frag left, right, and center, but shut down this time. 5-on-4. Mid presence once again from Liquid. You can see JDM and Alige holding that position, not looking towards underpass. It's going to be twists. No utility whatsoever. He lies in wait towards CT spawn. Oscar, interesting enough, with the AWP. Wants the B apartments. He's nothing to do with this execution.
Feels a bit weird.
I think the idea is once his teammates go in, he pushes B and goes towards short, and they set him up a nice plan, right? That's what I'm anticipating.
They have to get that bomb down, though. That's step 1 of this plan. And there goes the smokes. There goes the nades. Yet to see the frags. Just the first we saw stand for, but look at Nitro's patience from this one. I think Oscar's going to catch him. Oh, it gets worse. Twists again through the smoke. That's the second time. He just, you know what, seems like 2 rounds. JDM's got 2. How does that happen? Oscar and Chris fall. And now mousesports are on the back foot. They haven't got time. They haven't got hope. Liquid, could they really take it here? It looked so good for mousesports. The bomb's going down. Sunny and Rops. Maybe just Rops. Yes, just save the day. It's all on him. The young Estonian. 3 different angles, 3 different players. He has to hit 3 different shots. It's just not going to happen. We have Liquid.